scarlet. This place is buzzing for the critical game we have in front of us tonight. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan in Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Scarlet Knights will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Clemson's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Back to throw, it's Denson. Finds his tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. So Rutgers offense will go to work for the first time. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a crease. It's Toner. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Black. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And here comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Motion from the wideout. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
3rd down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Scarlet Knights are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Mitchell. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Scarlet Knights back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run flow. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to swing it on second down. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Snagged in the middle, it's Black. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution.
Oh, he's got some space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Rutgers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking for a big gain. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Denson. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage. Clemson will send the punt team out. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll move the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time.
That's a fumble on the play. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, this is why you practice 5-point.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Duff. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Scarlet Knights have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Ace, 27, jump. Out of the gun to give to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to pound it in. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the...
There he goes! Lowers those pads. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass. It's Denson. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Middleton. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He splits the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
The Scarlet Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal.
Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. The sure hands, it's Black. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finding open areas. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Fires into the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Rutgers! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Scanning the field, it's Denson. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up, he plugged it.
Got it behind the line. It's Black. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll run for it on third and short. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Looking to throw, it's Denson. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that was a play where maybe the big target was open quicker or sooner than the quarterback had anticipated, but it's still no excuse to throw the ball off your back leg. You got to chop up your steps, you got to get a good base, and you got to step into the throw.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Denson. That's reeled in, it's Middleton. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Middleton. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Scarlet Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Denson. Right on the money. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
To the wideout. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This time they'll go to the running game. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Grabbed behind the line. It's Toner. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The Scarlet Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
And the Scarlet Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher